Hello, and welcome to a very special treat. We're going to do a little bit of a magic trick, if you will, today because we're going to effectively travel forward in time and show you what you will experience 1 year from now if you were to apply Meguiar's hybrid paint coating. Now, how can we do that? Well, just so happens that this truck was one of the first vehicles that had hybrid paint coating applied during the development process when I was still at Meguiar's. So I have had hybrid paint coating on this particular truck, my personal daily driver. This isn't a garage queen. And it has been on there now we're actually at about 14 months. And now I'll say, you're going to notice I changed angles and stuff. I did a couple different, 2 different weekends that were 2 weeks apart. I recorded a couple different videos to get the right angles and lighting to show you everything. So that's why you'll notice that the wash setup is a little bit different. But both of these were between about 13 and 14 months from the original application. The truck has been driven about 10,000 miles. The first 6-ish months of the 14 months, it was parked outside 24/7. And the last half of that period, it has been mostly garage, but I still, again, daily drive the vehicle. And I've done a couple road trips to Arizona. It's been through some gnarly rain, several different rainstorms. It's been down to San Diego on some road trips, so it's getting out there, and like I said, about 10,000 miles. I did neglect this in several different ways as part of the testing. It pained me to do it, but that was part of the reason we used my vehicle. It was so that I could closely monitor things and then also do some neglect and abuse here and there. So I went a 6-week period at one point during my move without washing the truck at all. There's construction directly next to my house taking place, so it was covered in dust and dirt, and then dew overnight and all that because my garage was full of stuff from moving. So it's been neglected. This is not just a weekend vehicle that's a show car. All right, now let's talk about this coating and what you're going to see here while you're watching this and why it's important. One, you'll notice the hydrophobics are still very strong. I have used M799 on occasion to maintain it as part of my testing. I did use an M122 wipe down and double wash the vehicle in order to show the true performance of the coating itself. And I am very confident that what you're looking at is what the coating does based on all kinds of testing that I've done. So what you'll notice is from the rocker panels up, the hydrophobics are bonkers. I'd call it 90% of day one, which is better than most products out there in terms of hydrophobics, in terms of this self-cleaning contact angle. The hydrophobics have dipped a little bit up there. I'd say it's come down about 10% above the rocker panel, but the areas that got hit the hardest, where you'll actually notice a change, is that it wets out a little bit more about rocker panels down. And these are the areas where stuff gets flung up from the road and kicked onto there. You see that the water clings a little bit longer along the bottom. Now, if I change the angle that the pressure washer hits it, you're still going to see tons of beading and all that stuff. But if we're being totally honest and critical about this, there is definitely some level of degradation. And I'd call that maybe a 25% dip-ish, 25% along the bottom rockers. But even still, I would personally say that just by looking at that, the amount of wetting out there is probably on par with many products that people think are freaking awesome, that are sold as spray waxes or liquid waxes or SiO2 boosted, products. And this is after a year. So I would say that the 1+ year durability claim on that box is very true. In fact, if you take care of your vehicle properly, it could end up being, I wouldn't be surprised if you get 2 years out of this coating, honestly. I did go about 18 months on my wife's Mustang, and it was dipping more along the 25% lines on like the roof and the trunk, but still was definitely beating and still performing pretty well. But I did remove that and apply something new. So anyway, I hope that you're enjoying seeing this. I hope that you can appreciate that this is a nice little preview of what's to come. I will be doing much more advanced videos. I got a couple of hoods painted. I'm waiting for the paint to cure to do some testing on those. I will be teaching a lot more very soon. I will be moving away from a product heavy focus into a process focus. So, and this will be stuff that I think will be valuable to DIYers all the way to hardcore pros. So, thank you for watching. As always, if you like it, please subscribe, please share, give it a like, and I will see you in another week or so. Have a good one.